Welcome to another episode of the Ground Floor, where we can agree to disagree and still be family. That's the theme song with Up Though off my second album, Jelly World. I own the music copyright on Mutant on Facebook. I'm your host, Jelly, and all the titles. And my awesome guest co-host, Jerome. What up, sir?
What up, though, bro? You good?
Yep. Just came back, was telling you off script. My niece graduated Thursday from Wayne State. Had a party at my sister's crib, was over there breaking bread, chopping it up. Good stuff. Balance it
Man,
out.
tell her congrats, man, because as you know, whether she did 4, whether she did 5, whether she did 6, it's not an easy plight, you know, when you cross that stage.
Man, look, I did 23. Dropped out, changed so many majors. I felt like my man from high school, 7 years of the bullshit.
Yeah. Yeah. Hey, you definitely did a different route because you was working full time and then trying to do the school thing, and I mean, it's a lot.
I couldn't quit. You gotta get that. You need that piece of paper. Get your options. That's all it's about. Or go to a trade. Go to trades. Anybody? They paying 40 and up, or whatever trade. Go get that bread. All right. Today's show was titled "Politics and No Diddy."
No Diddy.
So we're gonna get around to it because it affects music. I'm a musician, so we're gonna talk about that. But politics, we starting off. Let my guest co-host Jerome bring us on with that one.
Man, I guess the question is how what we talking about when it comes to politics in particular, as far as where you want to take this thing.
Well, I know we was over there talking about it, and they were shocked that one, you can have a felony and still run for president. 2, and they didn't believe me, like he already won the nomination. He do that like with Super Tuesday, all that has came and gone. They's got to go. What the Republicans they gonna do? Like, look, they gonna know their role and shut their mouth as rock say when they go to the convention. Every state walk up to the podium and say Trump because he got the 2,000 delegates, just like President Biden has to delegates. That's repeat. It's been there, done that. It's already done. Even though he was never there on stage, first time ever, he never participated in none of it. And he was still leading the field through the entire process. That's some hell of a game putting out there. Guy getting props for that because I ain't never seen that before, ever.
Well, I look the way I see it, man. You know, when it comes to the politics, man, I call it a pile of tricks. Is what it is, man. I don't care if we got callers on here that's diehard red, diehard blue. At the end of the day, we got 2 senior citizens, deep senior citizens running for office, man. Yeah. My thing is, look at what happened to President Obama in the 8 years he was there. He started out with black hair, came out with gray hair. When I look at the presidential thing, man, it's kind of like I just don't understand how we got to this point to where we dealing with a president in office right now who will be 82 at some point this year.
Sleepy Joe.
I mean, I'm sorry, you know, and whether you're on either side of the fence, you gotta admit 4 years from now, Trump's gonna be in the same boat. So my thing is, let's just talk about the age factor first and foremost. That's what I have a problem with the most. Because it's kind of like, let's just use an example. Let's just say Miss whoever on your block. Let's just say she's 75. Mm-hmm. Whether she's a Christian woman or not, she's speaking her mind at 75. She don't care. She don't care what you got to say. She don't want to hear none of that other stuff. And I just feel like, man, we in for an interesting time here in the months to come because I already see where it's going. Whether people like it or not, Trump's going to get in office, and it's going to be some people that be against that. It's going to be some people that's for it. But at the end of the day, I just feel like this election in particular, it's going to be a lot of people voting for Mickey Mouse. And
Mickey Mouse.
I mean, you think about it. You think about it. Mickey Mouse on every election. Hey, I'm telling you, every election, Jeff, Mickey Mouse get 1% of the votes. If you think about how many people we have in the United States, 1% is a lot. So,
see, the problem is, and some people don't understand how politics go, because I do plan to run. So that teacher said I couldn't do it because I was black. I'm still going to do it at some point, just for that principle. But policies the president implements on their watch, you see it play out if they get a repeat or the new guy term. So a lot of say everything's better on Trump. A lot of stuff Obama did. And if you went to his website when he first came out, everybody knows I'm Obama. Like, who is this guy? I went to his website, read everything, and it was just the Bill Clinton remix on how Bill Clinton redid the economy and everything, got everything cool. He just did a remix of it. But you saw most of it play out economy-wise under Trump. That's why if anybody pay attention, he mainly talked a lot of stuff about foreign policy stuff. He didn't touch nothing domestic. Because Obama already got the car wash and filled up with tank of gas, just dropped. And the economy did what it did, and people felt they had money. Now we're seeing so far, since he didn't touch nothing or add to it, and a lot of people want to blame COVID and gas prices, so inflation. And to me, I'm sorry, I'm yet to see a real explanation of why everything jumped in its price. I mean, COVID just was so inflation just because we had pandemic, we had inflation now, and people want to argue. Well, we gave out the stimmy checks to everybody. Well, we giving out money over $40 billion to Ukraine. That really ain't got nothing to do with us. That's between them and Russia. So where we find the $40 billion to get to them? Ain't another country that's in need. We got issues here. That's where I'm independent, because Republican Democrats have points on both things. And Trump thing was, if we're going to keep being the world police, we need to get some return. I do agree. We shouldn't have no one starving or homeless in this country. We're a world power, but we do. But you don't want to just say, you know what? The one-time deal only to say we're going to look out for the country. We're going to give everybody $1 million. If you can't take care of your affairs, your ass stupid. That's on you. We did our part to help. Mad respect. Can't say nothing to you because you actually you gave everybody that bread. If you don't get your debt or a house or whatever you need to do in order, that's on you. The government actually helped you. Compared to every time I look up, Zimbabwe and Spain got a problem, so we're going to throw some $20 billion in relief to them. Wait a minute. Where y'all find the money? But you can't throw the money over here to the country you in. That creates a problem. And Trump, there lies the problem. He said, but some stuff he made sense that we should be taking care of America first. And that is a factual thing, because we should have nobody homeless then. No kids starved in the streets. Or you giving out $30 billion aid to other countries.
See, that's what you're talking about is the problem. Because when you come to the Dems, the agenda is how could I say this here? I would say it's more help everybody else instead of right here on your own soil. And so a lot of that money, it goes people don't respect it. It's like, what are we spending this money on and for when we need to be addressing things here? And then they start talking about the tax breaks and everything, but it's really not beneficial for everyday people when you really think about it. It's not set up for that. So that's another thing that Trump understands, on that side, is because he understands the financial side. And another thing people forget, he wasn't a politician. That's why they didn't like him saying his piece, because he just was a straight shooter, like, hey, this is this.
He was a Democrat mostly for over 20 years, but he gave money to all sides. So he might know what it buries body. So it's hard to talk trash about a dude when he had Olivia Pope get that yellow file on what you really into.
Hey,
Remember now, I gave you over $100,000 for a campaign in '85. I know about that body, whatever that body is. So be quiet. And people be like, hey, I can't say nothing. You gotta be quiet because he gave everybody bread. That's what they tried to came here like, dude, you gave Kamala Harris money before. So how you saying she's stupid now? You forgot about that one. Now, the issue I have with the Democratic Party, they are the weakest dudes in school. And I say that based on every time since Obama been president, they have total power. They don't get everybody in line to pass their shit through. Biden had total power. This munching senator from Virginia ain't heard this dude all the time. Bill Clinton was president, George W. Jr., Obama, or Trump. But then Biden coming to power, you push this through. Whoa. Well, I need to look out for my people. Like, dude, you want to run for president? I ain't heard you say whoa at all until this dude who probably look weak to you is president. Now he doing press campaigns like, y'all ain't told Munchin to know his role and shut the hell up and vote for what you want. That's the thing I do respect Republicans. They thugs with it. We're gonna get tax break to the rich. I don't care you feel. You're gonna vote yes on it. Know your role. Shut your mouth. And they voted when they get power. Democrats get total power. No, we're still debating. Debating on what? Ain't you here to help the people? You got all the votes. Vote that shit through. Well, we got two people straggling. Pull their ass in the room, tell them shut the hell up and do what's good for the party. Well, we ain't got no games on this side that's going to say that. And then when they have total power, them probably say, y'all had total control of the country. I did what? Crickets. They're right. I mean, they giving tax breaks to the rich or their homies, but they get total power. They pass stuff through. At least got to respect the hustle.
Hey, no, you gotta respect it because, like you said, at the end of the day, one side is pushing, what's the word? Socialism, you know.
Yeah.
Then you got the other side, you know what I'm saying, like, hey, that's not the way to go. And they showing you, hey, XYZ, this is not good because of this. And
economics, we still on that. Tax breaks for the rich and the money gonna trickle down.
Yeah, and that's not anybody that understands finances and how things really work. That doesn't work. You know what I'm saying? In the long haul, that doesn't. It sounds good, but it doesn't. Mm-hmm. It doesn't work, man. So I just feel like on both sides, because right now what we're seeing, I tell everybody this, just off the colors alone, the difference between the politicians right now, whether you're on the Dem or the Republican side, the red and the blue, they operating just like the gangs out here. They going at it. We seeing it on TV with, you know, and I just feel like when you a politician and you running this government, you running this country, you can agree to disagree, but they still need to be professional. I see a lot of unprofessionalism on both sides.
They're off the chain with that now.
Yeah, it used to be a time. Used to be a time like in the 90s, people would disagree and they can still go to lunch. They can still go to lunch. You know what I'm saying? And you on your side, I'm on my side. Now, people, I mean, you got regular people getting into it at Myers or Walmart, and I'm sitting there thinking, you're not the damn president. You're not even a senator. You're not even, you know what I'm saying? Like, maybe I just never really cared about the whole thing at all, just because I'm not about to sit up here and argue with you at a dang restaurant over the presidential.
You gotta remember, you have diehard on both sides.
100%.
When John McCain ran and old girl got in as the VP for him, the movie they made showed that was more from the extreme wing of their party had a representative. Then we seen it start coming up with the Democratic side. So you're starting to get some of those people coming into Congress. Hard Democrat, hard Republican, ain't no wiggle room in the middle for nothing. That's why y'all there to meet in the middle to help the people. Not coming there to get no likes, no get your followers up. get the clickbait on TV, like because you sat up there for almost an hour just talking smack in the Capitol, won't let anybody else speak. Then y'all throwing names like y'all in fifth grade, like that was the session today. You say one more effing word, I'm gonna punch you in the face. Like that was really going on in the Capitol for Congress. Wow. But there's no leadership on both sides. Both sides are supposed to find the best and brightest with the ideals and coach them up to where you got to crop a next man up to run for president. Neither party has done that. That's why we got the grandpas running. And let's say whoever wins, fast forward 4 years, who's next in line that's been coached up that you might feel they got some sense? Either side. I've heard no one name this election cycle on any side like, oh, this person right here, they up and coming. Or them two, them three. That's what they used to do. So you had some people. Obama came out of nowhere. He gave a great speech at 04 Democratic thing, and it became he might have potential. But normally it was, okay, well, they were talking about Bill Clinton. He might think about it. We're not sure, or this person. George W. never wanted to run, but he had a name. And he had the only name that probably could have beat Al Gore. He was forced to run. He was owner of the Texas Rangers, governor of Texas. He was chilling. We ain't got no one else that could go against Al Gore because they did a good job of the country. You're going to run. And it made sense. But you had people you could say, well, we got old boy in New Mexico. You ain't got that now. We got the grandpas. Then people got upset because they felt Bernie got screwed, so they just said screw the whole system.
Hey.
People die if you'd have the right to vote. You should vote just for that purpose. You vote for your damn self.
Yeah, I think the last election and this upcoming election is clearly showing you how big of a divide it is out there across the US. I mean, it was pretty much down to the T. And then, they started talking about the whole thing was rigged and just stirring up the pot for no reason. I get not, wanting to lose, but, stirring up the pot when everybody's already on edge, all it does is fuel people with more buffoonery is what I call it. And a L is an L. If me and you play one-on-one right now in basketball, I lose, it's an L. You got to take your L as a man or a woman and keep it moving and try next time, What's the song? Hey, what's the song Aaliyah did? Dust yourself off and try again. Hey, you took the L, come back again the next time. I mean, don't come with all these excuses. Don't come with all of this agenda and trying to get people worked up. Just stay professional and keep it moving, man. That's what I didn't like about the thing. It's like, I know politics got to get ugly. I know it's going to get messy. But that whole thing that happened at the Capitol, man, that was unnecessary. And I don't care what nobody's saying.
That's crazy.
Right is right, wrong is wrong.
That's crazy. I mean, that's the day my dad died, and now that's the day of infamy. American citizens stormed the Capitol to overthrow the government. This wasn't a movie. Like, you tell somebody, oh, yeah, that's a good movie. Who made it? Like, no, this happened. Like, you're lying. Go YouTube. Like, oh, my God. Yeah, this actually, we're not making this up. The whole world looking like, what the hell wrong with these people? They actually stormed the Capitol. Beating up police. Wow. How crazy. That don't make us look good. But we don't have no one that's understanding. We're supposed to be a very spiritual country, no matter what your faith is. But we don't have no leaders on both sides saying, you know what? We all bleed red. We have different degrees how we should run the country, but you might have some key opponents to this gumbo that might work. I think I got some independents might have. So let's all get together, put that thing together, keep it moving. When someone come along talking like that, it might get back to normal because right now it's reality TV. I don't want reality TV I want you to be boring, doing your job, making decent laws, all that. Not no, man, did you see the haymaker boy threw in the Congress today? Like, haymaker. Dude, go to YouTube. He leave from the 5th row to hit that dude. What the hell?
Yeah. It's
Y'all supposed to be in there trying to stay awoke, talking about Law H96. Now I know you mother after Superman punch. Like what? Y'all wilding. But you talk about American people out here wilding, and y'all up here clowning. Secret Service can't do nothing like, well, they are Congress people. Hey, it's fair fight. Let them go for it.
Hey, man. Me personally, I know there's people out there that get bent out of shape over it. Me personally, I don't lose no sleep over who get in the office every time. And the reason being is because if it was that deep, I'd just leave the country. There's no need for me to be that bent out of shape. Oh, Jeff got in the office. Oh, hell no. Let me get up out of here. And hey, get out of here then. If the person is that bad, it might be best for you to leave, because it's people out here that'll listen to CNN all day and get worked up.
Mm-hmm.
They'll listen to Fox News all day and get worked up, and can't have a conversation with somebody that disagrees with one thing that the other person says. And I just feel like it's just a lot of as Trump called it, fake news. It's a lot of fake news out here.
Hey, I took that word from him all day.
Yeah, and if you run with some fake news, you could believe what you want to believe, Mm-hmm. And that's the thing that's ugly.
And when I do run president one day, I think I'd be awesome. So I would do one thing that I think can't no one argue with. If the government is housing you and feeding you, if it's summertime, you ain't get allergies, you able-bodied, you're going to clean these rec centers and these parks. We'll bus you, feed you, drop you back off. Wintertime, you're going to take care of inside stuff we got. If we paying for your livelihood, you're going to earn it. You ain't going to get the housing for $1, but everything new, $1,000 bridge card, and you just at the crib chilling now, home skillet. You're going to sweat for at least 8 hours. And you ain't got to spend no gas. The bus will be here to pick you up. There's something in your area that you can help out with for 8 hours there and back.
Hey,
at least man, you can do. I don't think anybody was mad. At least you see your tax dollars at work. The parks are clean. The rec centers are clean. Anything else we need to do that's reasonable, able-bodied people can do? Like, I can't see no side arguing with that not making sense.
Hey, all I know is you can have that damn presidency, man. That's what you plan on doing. I'm not running for a damn thing in that government that they have, man. It's the biggest joke right now that I've seen, and it's gonna take. It's gonna take some real senators, governors, people to really go in the right direction and get this thing, get the train back on the tracks. Because right now it's derailed and going in the wrong direction.
Yeah, absolutely.
And has been for a minute.
Now I get in there and I'm like, hey, Jay. Hey, bro, man, I can't be little deputy something. 200K a year, bro. Like, I thought you want a part of it, wrong. Really?
No, hey. When you get it
off. Do you know him? Yeah, I know Robbie wrong. What do you want? I don't know.
I got plenty of roles, but it ain't gonna be what you think. It ain't gonna be what you think it's gonna be. I got a whole new role to put me in. It don't have nothing to do with what everybody thinks.
I got a job for you. Have him talk to the press. That should be classic TV. Give me my popcorn. Go talk to the press.
Hey,
he's gonna give me one like Brother Odell. He's gonna give me one.
Yeah, I'm gonna give you one because I ain't here for the
question one more time.
Hey, I ain't here for the foolishness. You know what I'm saying? Let's talk about the people, man. That's what y'all. Hey, that's what you get in the office for, the American people, right? Like, let me bring in the American people. That's what they don't want. I want y'all to bring in the American people to ask all the questions. I want the regular press up in there every time.
Yeah, I mean that should be a thing where
I want the people. I want the irate people that's in there, the opposite side, because that's the only way you're gonna get things going the other way. Don't bring in there everybody goody two shoes with. I want the people in there that hate you. That's the ones I want. So that way,
and I would get a Republican as my VP.
Mm-hmm. Oh, now that'll change the game.
Where's the divide? Now, what you got to say about it? Nothing.
Yeah, you got it. It's probably what you just hit on. It's gonna probably take that to change the game because right now we just going like this.
Mm-hmm. It's Bloods and Crips for real. It shouldn't be
unnecessary.
Shouldn't be. Now, the no Diddy part. I figured that if someone catch my attention, I might get a good laugh. Oh, I forgot to make a laugh on my Facebook. Do that as I talk. So I learned they were saying no Diddy because of his whole situation that's alleged he did. Because he ain't been convicted of nothing.
Basically, it's allegedly until we see he's convicted of these things, but allegedly he's pardoned.
People looking like, well, you paid Cassie, so something happened. Now, as a musician, it puts a real unfortunate spotlight on people doing too much with power instead of finding the best talent and putting them out here. To where a YouTube and other stuff has been created to where I ain't got to go to Cali or whatever to go to a company and deal with someone that's on someone he on. Well, you need to do ABCD if I'm gonna put you on. Do I got something you can work with or not? Yes or no? Do I got the talent? Yes or no? That's all the conversation we need to have. Nothing freaky or crazy, none of that. Do I got the talent? Yes or no? Because the South came up because everybody was putting out their trunk to where the companies came to them. And I remember my music management class early 2004, we read a book where they said because technology keep growing, artists ain't gonna go to the companies. They're gonna do their own thing. And the company's gonna run behind them. And then to the Soldier Boy to blow up. Then you start seeing the other stuff come out, different texts where I don't need you. I got my own following. I'm doing my own music out, straight to consumer. Now, companies do try to work with people. But now finding this out, was like, dang. How much good music got turned down because people came across him or other people like him? And like, I ain't doing that, man. I'm good. I ain't with it. What's your thought?
Well, the thing is, Jeff, I was telling you the other day about the documentary they have on Tubi called The Downfall of Diddy. And when you really think about it, I can't speak for the women because I've never been a woman, but I can speak for men. And when it comes to what's going to knock somebody off of that high horse, one of the downfalls is ego and pride. They on the same level, if you get to a level of power and positioning, you can do good or you can do evil in that situation. And I think that over the years, from the 90s to we reached the millennial years, I just feel like a level of pride set in somewhere along the lines. And let's be honest, he's seen money over the years. So that's another downfall of man. And then in this case, with all of the sexual assaults, women is a downfall for men. And it can be. It's not all men's story, but it can be. So I feel like the fourth thing is when somebody gets involved with substance abuse or any type of addiction, like it's gambling, whether it's pornography, things of that nature. So that's the 4 downfalls. So in this case, I feel like he hit all 3. he has, it might even be the 4th one, with the allegedly things that's going on, but you got sexual assault in there with women. You got, it's even some men that came out with different things. So we don't know what's going on there, allegedly. Money, you know, definitely got some stuff going on there. And then with the ego and the pride, I just feel like, man, somewhere along the lines, you got to. That's why I always say you got to have as you being a musician, you got to have a yes man in your corner. I mean, somebody that's not a yes man in your corner. Yeah, somebody that's gonna be able to tell you the truth and be like, hey man, the way you moving, you potentially can have hit a brick wall because of XYZ. Mm-hmm. If you got all those yes men on your team, I'm sorry. It sounds good, you know. Everybody want to have that. Everybody want to have that little their own congregation, you know. Amen. Tell it, you know, all of that. But when you wrong, man. And if you don't have nobody that can tell you, hey Jeff, man, when you was doing XYZ, that was wrong, man. And if you don't change your circles, you're gonna find yourself on TV for the wrong reasons.
Yeah, because it used to be you would hear about a music situation, they're on drugs or they broke. Not all the stuff that sound like a movie. Like, what? You ready at the crib? You got tapes? What the hell? Like, dog. What about the music, man?
Yeah, it's a lost art, Jeff. Unfortunately, because I don't really know per se his circle, but I can tell you that a few years back we was at an event here. You know how they did on MTV, what they call that, the Sweet 16 party they was doing for their kids when the celebrities when they had the party. So we outside the place, and I'm just standing in the street because I'm trying to figure out like why they not opening up the doors or whatnot. And when I say street, I'm talking a parking lot. So about 40 minutes later, I hear somebody blowing a horn at me, and I'm thinking to myself, where are they going to go? We already in the front. They got the thing roped off. What you blowing the horn for? Man, this dude Diddy gets out the car, his Range Rover. What's up, everybody? Man, get your ass on. You know, my thing was, it was my man, I forget his name, my man Christopher Williams' son. Oh, okay. Yeah, and basically he was bringing the car around for that. But when I seen him and how he was operating, I'm like, man, this dude just doing unnecessary stuff. Like, I just felt like him blowing the horn was attention seeking at that point because he couldn't even go anywhere. I wasn't even blocking anything. So I was just looking at it like this is how things blow up to a whole nother level off of something that's just that simple. You know what I'm saying? So when I seen that, and that was, I don't even remember what year it was, but it was definitely probably 10 plus years ago. Mm-hmm. And when I seen that, that's when I was looking like, man, some of these celeb cats is different, bro. that's just the reality of it. They different.
Yeah, it definitely ain't about the music because we need some more good music out here. It's a lot of trash.
Hey, so you named it No Diddy. You know that's what the young kids calling it nowadays.
Yeah, I've been hearing that a lot. Like, oh, okay, y'all making okay. I figured catch somebody's attention. I mean, I was out with a friend recently, and they kept. I got to see what type of time the person. I'm like, what the hell does that mean? They kind of looked at him like, oh, yeah, you are a dinosaur. Yeah, what the hell? Where you coming from? Like, why the hell you just don't say where you coming from? So you say what type of time you on? That I'm thinking with the word time. So what? They about to deal with you next 20 minutes or hour, or just say where you coming from. That makes more sense.
Yeah, hey, you know how it is, man. Every generation gonna have their own little slang and lingo. So
but a lot of us older people are saying it like, oh my goodness. Okay. Maybe I'm too analytical because slightly sounds stupid. Okay, like it's slapping. Like, you gonna slap somebody? That mean it's good. Like, be quiet, Jeff. Just say it's good, goddammit. What the hell you mean slapping? That's stupid.
Hey, all I can say to your audience is
Like,
this
come
is
on,
how
man.
this is how you know Jeff been out of the loop. He on the other side of the fence of this thing.
Maybe
He
I'm
don't
too corporate
understand
because
this.
that makes no sense. Like, no cap. But that first come like, there's no cap mean. Oh, you lying? Like, really? And now I think about the cap. I think about the boat thing in Alabama. You know, I think that's the best signal. It's time to scrap.
Hey Jeff, you know what you doing? What you telling us right now, man? You showing us that you definitely don't have no kids out here, man, because it's a whole different language out here, and it's
Your kids be telling that language to you, man.
man. No, I don't let them talk to me all crazy, but I know the different lingo. Like the kids that say "rizzing them up," like "rizz her up," which is spitting game. Like you saying nice things about the young lady. We used to say sweet nothings or whatever you might call it, but yeah, you know what I'm saying. Now they'll say they rizzing her up, and then they'll like you just said, stop the cap. It's a lot of little things. If you ain't know what's going on, man. I try to.
My nephew who ain't here no more had like, man, she got too many bodies. Like, what did you kill somebody? No, Uncle Jeff, like she slept too many people. Like you said, bodies like murder, dude. I'm from Detroit. The hell you think I'm thinking bodies mean that she slept with people?
Oh Lord, this dude right here talking about.
Like, dog, he was dying laughing at me. Clear, like, you are, yeah, you too much into your corp. So yeah, maybe I'm too corporate now because what the hell?
Hey, we gotta get. Don't you got some little young co-workers up there, man?
Yeah, we got some. Even them like, dude, what the hell you just say? Hey, I admit Mike Ellis has indoctrinated me. I admit it. Hey, I'm a little more corporate than street. But you gotta admit some of this stuff sounds stupid as hell.
No, it's like in our generation, man. You know how many times I had the older folks like, young man, why you guys sag your pants like that? And I used to get that all the time, man. And I used to always tell them the same thing. I said, listen, I go to school like Carlton off of Fresh Prince sometimes. That's just who I am. I said, but then if I wake up, I'm on my Pac mode, F the world, guess what I'm gonna dress like? F the world. I ain't dressing like Carlton today. And I said, so that's how I feel. I said, I dress for the mood that I'm in each day. So if I'm in a happy, good mood, I'll come like Carlton. If I'm in a pissed off mood, I'm coming in there like Thuggish Ruggish Bone. And people like, hey, are you a thug?
I hate to do it, but Cap.
Oh, Lord.
I'm leaving.
You don't remember, you clearly talk to anybody that went to Cooley and see how
sometimes you will be on a pop mode, but on average, you did like most cats did. Even I did it. The females want that little Jodeci thug appeal. Sagging was a part of it, so we emulated.
That's the whole point. What I'm saying is, and for me, it ain't had nothing to do with the girls per se. It was part of the culture we was in. That's what I'm saying. Like,
tell me, did this sucker didn't say they had to do with the girls?
Listen, man. I'm saying, listen, Jeff. What I'm saying to you, if you were saying 7th grade, 8th grade, that's a whole different level. Once we got to Cooley, man, let's be real. Cooley ain't no Cash Tech. It ain't no MLK. It ain't no Renaissance. So
yeah,
at the end of the day, for me, I can't speak for anybody else. For me, when you go to Cooley, in that era, we was dealing with everything under the sun. And so for me, it was like, hey, today, this is how you gonna be. Tomorrow, this is how you gonna be. And that's how I did it. Now, when we got to junior year and senior year, you could say, you know what I'm saying, I was dressing, a certain type, but freshman and sophomore year, I was trying to get the baggiest. I was trying to get the wildest damn outfits. What was the group that was out back in the days?
Crisscross?
No, it was another one. They was harder than that. They came out of like the East Coast. They'll come to me in a minute. when I seen them cats, I was like, damn, I'm gonna have to go to the Hudsons and all that and get a damn 36. The people gonna be looking at me like, you don't wear no damn 36. And sure enough, I remember one time I went, the lady said, why are you getting your pants this big? I said, hey, that's the way I rock them. Now, when I went like Carlton, I'm getting the right size. But if I wasn't going in like him, I was getting the damn 36s.
You really gonna get on this camera and talk about some Pac mode half the time you was on?
Hey, talk to anybody in our circle, man. Talk to Bad Boy.
You have to go lucky to anybody I knew.
Hey, go everybody in our circle and see how I was dressing, bro.
Yeah, I knew how you was dressing like everybody else.
I'm just saying it was part of. I'm just saying it was part of the culture. Is what I'm saying. It wasn't. You trying to yeah, that's what I'm saying. But you try to make it seem like it was just strictly for girls and all this. I'm saying it was part of the culture. Go back and look at all. Look at how I dressed in middle school.
After world though. That's
but that's what I did. I'm telling you. Go back and look at my style, man. You better go back and look at the yearbooks, man. I'm telling you how I was dressing.
I can picture my hair right now, like
I'm telling you.
Pac mode wrong. Okay.
Hey, I'm trying to tell you. I wouldn't come on your show and tell the people the lies. Hey, all they got to do is go back. We ain't had no YouTube and none of that. All they got to do is go back and look at what my style was like. I only had an A and a B. I ain't have no full A or no full B. It was either Carlton or Pac mode. That's the way it was. Simple as that.
Oh,
there wasn't no in between, man. Hey, I would love to tell people I was on here wearing the church clothes and all that. No.
Maybe you might need to reframe it or reword it. Because when you said, man, I woke up after the world, like, he was the most happy-go-lucky dude I knew. I mean, you said like, oh boy with the tall dude that said harder than anybody, but
you talking about Snoop?
Was that him, the real tall, light-skinned dude with the bone hairstyle?
Yeah.
Sad to his ankles. Cool as hell. Like that was the style. I mean, I get it. I even did it, but you should have tell me I was on Pac mode, but after like.
And, I'm just telling you why I dress me. I can't speak for everybody. I'm telling you why Jerome Griffith dressed that way. Not everybody else. I'm telling you what I told the older saints. That's what I did, man. And so when I see these kids, the way they dress now, it's a whole different fad because they wearing the skinny jeans.
Yeah.
They wearing skinny jeans. It's a different fad.
Yeah, they reverse. Everything you see the heartbeat with some of these shirts they wearing. I'm like, dog, can you walk straight with them tight pants on? We need some room to breathe. I'm just saying, like, okay, it's a lot of different factors that factor into that they try to call a style because some NBA players be wearing that garbage. Like, come on, dude. No, your boys got to breathe a little bit, man. They got to breathe.
Now, the fashion as a whole has changed. You can see it in the professional sports with the NFL, NBA in particular.
Most of these sports want to dress like nerds now. That's cool.
Yeah.
I'm like, it's
a different era, man.
Yeah,
it's a different era. They I guess they see things a little differently than how we viewed it when it comes to that.
Yeah. But it was sad you had a point back in high school. Man, get some fresh name brand shoes, sag a little bit, go to Target where you get the same Nautica stuff for $10 and watch the difference. And I argued down like, these females not on this type of bull, Jerome. It can't be that simple. And I did it like, I'll be damned. It's that damn simple. And while I've been wasting my time chasing these damn females, and I'm doing the same crap everybody else in the school doing, that's getting attention. Me speaking to you like a person ain't hot. That ain't happening.
Hey,
Jeff got the new Nike on. What does have for say? Damn, Jerome had a point. Games change.
Hey, it like they said it. No Diddy, man. It's really,
I mean, he gave it Jodeci style.
yeah.
He told me like, wear that, you'll be cool. And that
Yeah.
style still cool to this day.
I mean, you think about it, when Jodeci was really at their peak, well, he was right at what?
We was going to freshman.
Yeah, I was about to say it was really like 8th grade, getting ready to go to the freshman year, all of that. And I remember to this day.
Sophomore was when Cry For You came out.
Yeah, what's the name of the album again?
October '93.
Yeah. That was
radio station loud, like they doing a lot of their begging, but they knew females wanted to see you, dude. Wanted faking like he a thug. Baby, I love you, girl. Just give me that chance, baby, please. Like they knew. And it worked. Play that Cry For You song with females in their 40s. You're gonna see the vibe and mood change. Like, yep, Jodeci do. Now the feeling they went too far.
Oh yeah,
that's not a good feeling. That's when you gone like NSYNC. You gotta come back to earth. You got your man gone.
Hey, he did give us 112.
Oh yeah.
Locks. See, Locks. When you go back and look at Locks today, a lot of people really slept on them overall at the time, just because they really didn't really take it for what it was. But I mean, Jada definitely was snapping.
Yeah.
When you look at
was. You later learn they didn't have an avenue to do their own thing for Rough Riders, so they were the ones. Like, go sign with him, and that'll open the door to where we start getting the money up to where they start doing Rough Rider records, doing their own thing. So no one heard of Swiss Beats yet and all that, so they had money. But Money, Power, Respect still a classic with DMX on there.
Oh yeah.
When X came out, changed the game, and started seeing how, okay, we're gonna start doing Rough Rider stuff, and because you need the money. Studio time ain't cheap.
Hey, and back then you had the A&Rs, they being pushed to find talent.
Yeah.
The producers and the record label owners was trying to get the next best thing to put out there. So I mean, the 90s was, if you was an artist, man, it was tough back at that time, especially on the R&B side, because the R&B really was dominating. And that's the reason why you started getting hip hop artists working with the R&B artists, because they realized you needed to have somebody R&B just to be able to be relevant.
Someone who don't get enough credit is Michael Bivins, because he had Bill 10 records before Bad Boy came out. We had all those acts on there, and it didn't family songs. So he had white groups, all type of flavor that you might want. Like, dang. But for that reason, it disbanded, and then you saw Bad Boy come out, and he kind of took that ball and started running with it. Because the Face really was like R&B when Babyface and them got together before Outkast came out.
What was that label he was on? Puffy was on back in the days where he got fired from.
Oh, he was on Arista.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because back then, if you saw the video, you'll see Bad Boy Entertainment / Arista. And it was pretty much like banking. They was the major company, so they fronted the money to start your company or label, and y'all had a partnership until you bought them out. Like LaFace, I think they were / Arista Records too. But then you hit a point where Arista, I guess, absorbed them and took their talent. I don't know what happened behind the scenes, but on the Face is gone. Everybody Arista like, damn, Bad Boy gone too. What the hell going on? Just take over. Okay, Arista Records. All right. But we had the talent out there. Early 2000s, you had talent, different flavors. 2010s, you still had something. But now, I know you heard that Kendrick dissed on the all that song. I like that.
Hey,
That was this like that's this song. I mean, he's spitting, but you know, we came up with they said your name on the track, and I don't like you because woo woo woo. I ain't
yeah,
know you talking about so and so.
he if you listen to that track that you talking about, you really gotta be one of those guys that like to break things down and everything to really like that's one of them songs. If you ain't trying to think, don't even listen to it. Cause you gotta go back in there and dissect it.
Yeah, like I know Drake name was Aubrey, so they said, "Oh, he talked about him." Like I ain't know that dude name.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm used to the hit him up, no Vaseline. When people like, look, so and so, you suck it, I don't like you, and just start spitting like, oh, okay, he don't like so and so.
Like
Like,
Ether. Remember Nas
yeah.
did Ether?
Oh man, ooh. Yeah, Ether, ooh. Yeah, Ether was tough. That was
Hey,
tough.
they I think before actually earlier he just came out with another one K Dot.
Yeah, like him and Drake going back and forth now with this. So I'm like, okay, not doing too much now.
Yeah, ain't no telling how long it's gonna last.
But you know, to this day, I think the hardest song to have someone give you the track and be a guest and make you look stupid is Renegade. I'm sorry. Need a Jay-Z verse compared to when M kept spitting. I'm sorry. It's like you give me that track. Are you punking me? You trying to make me look bad? Cause the second verse was a little hard, but I'm like, you should say no thanks. Mm-mm.
Yeah, hey, that's one of those ones where M snapped on for a feature. And
like, nah, dude, you ain't gonna do that to me. Mm-mm.
yeah, he snapped on that one. That was a crazy one. He snapped on that one.
I just put my head down, like, hey, you let him give you this track and guest on it? Nah, man. Mm-mm. Nah. I mean, he got a little respect with his second verse, but the first verse, like, not like he dunked on you, pushed you to the ground. And everybody was saying, like, y'all got here really gay because I mean, he made well, he opted like LeBron. Like, he ain't gonna let this dude, like, oh, you did let him? Are you drinking? So maybe you didn't hear that dude go in the booth. Maybe you weren't paying attention. That was stop. What you doing,
So
dog? What we on?
hey, so answer me this. What
Yeah.
do you know when the actual trial of all of this stuff is set for, or how they even say it?
Well, he been going on trials already with some of the cases, but you ain't had one just go to deliberation and they found a verdict because it's like multiple cases. It seemed like it's a full court press to try to keep him out of the White House, in my opinion. Having all these cases going on at once, but they're not okay. This one closed and this the closing remarks. Waiting on the jury for this one. And like a lot of them are still ongoing, and I don't know if they brought some new charges, but it's like, yeah, we're gonna keep you busy. Like, and like he ain't got money, and y'all know that now. Unless y'all gonna change the law, you can't run for president with a felony or conviction. Okay, all y'all gotta do is convict him. He can't run, but y'all ain't doing that. So even if he get convicted, he can still run. You ain't stopping nothing.
You ain't stopping nothing. So what about your boy Diddy? Does he have any trial set?
Not yet. That's the funny thing. Only thing he done is settled out with Casey. They raided his house. They got some video from some of his parties. Had some other people come out with some allegations. But you yet to hear he's been arrested for A, B, C, D, E. But if you listen to the media, you'll think, oh, they arrested him. No, he ain't arrested for nothing yet. Everything's still alleged. The only thing you know he did do is pay Cassie. In my opinion, she know where the body's buried. So it was his best interest. Like they say on wrestling day, was best for business to go and break off or something. Or she don't start talking. And I'm pretty sure in that 30 million I believe she got is it's in there in them papers, some form of NDA. You can't say not a motherfucking thing of what you know. You good. Wax on didn't happen. That 30 million, but I know you didn't happen. Fake news. How did 30 million feel? There you go. Paperwork. Signed it. Gone. Ain't no subpoena. Ain't been paid off. I'm pretty sure she signed an NDA. Pretty sure. So she been around for him for years. So whatever he been doing that ain't right, she's front row.
Yeah. Hey, I know she definitely didn't seen some things.
That'd be the DA first thing. We calling her, but if you got the NDA, she don't know nothing. I paid her off. She signed NDA. Can't say nothing. Who else you got? And that's where with the news, people that's still covering it, they ain't putting factual. He has not been found guilty or arrested under this or that charge yet. There's still evidence gathering and going through all the tapes they got to see what's on there. But he always had all these parties, so that's where a lot of famous people might be a little freaking out. If you're doing something strange or wrong and it's on that tape, they might want to holler at you. They brought in the word sex trafficking, human trafficking, some of these females and all that. And that could give you a RICO charge, because that's big time. That's a world issue with the human and sex trafficking stuff. So you might not want. You hope you ain't on them tapes if that's what's really been going on. And they gotta make sure how profile he is. You ain't gonna come out breaking news. We're arresting him without proof. We can go to grand jury. They're gonna say yes. We can proceed with this case. But then he also said,
that's a lot, man. Once you start getting into sex trafficking and where we are today in the U.S. On that particular topic in particular, that's definitely going to be a major federal offense. So
RICO. And anybody don't know, a RICO charge is a criminal conspiracy that you did something. It ain't just you. The whole network you was rocking with, we come for all y'all. That's how they go after big drug cartels or organized crime. So they want to be a lawyer back in the day. So I should read up on that type of stuff. And when they start talking RICO, as man said in men's society, you know you fucked up, right? You know you fucked up.
Hey, you doing John today.
Hey, Bill Duke, when he said that in the movie. No lie. When they start saying RICO, you fucked up.
Hey, that's ugly, man.
On the planet, because RICO, we're gonna get all y'all, and now you better do your Nino Brown. I ain't the only one going down. It's bigger than me. I'm naming names, dates. I got it. I screenshot what you want, because they don't play with that RICO. That's what starts. I'm looking at 30 to life. Each charge. You ain't never getting out. You're gonna die in there.
Yeah, man. That's
with paper, dog. Okay. November 1st, 2020. This give me some coffee. I'm gonna be writing for a minute. I'm fucking around RICO, man.
Yeah, that's not something to play around with, And like you said, they always say innocent until proven guilty. But so my thing is, we're dealing with allegedly at this point. But my thing is, I don't want to see no man have to go through those type of situations, because if you get that pinned to you, you definitely won't see the daylight of day to come up out of there.
I mean, it's definitely a warning to anybody. Power corrupts absolutely. So if you got some wild stuff in you, you need to get that out your system before you get in them high power positions. Because you might treat people like dirt, take advantage if it's found to be true. But you're gonna have the light gonna shine on you to pay what's due. You ain't gonna be a dirtbag forever. You're gonna have your day. And the world gonna see it. And now your kids, because if it's true, they gotta deal with it. That's some people don't think about. Your family. You out here wilding, you president or something, you just making people work 12-hour days, ain't paying them. You throwing staplers at them if they don't do it, for example, and they come out, you did it. Your kids got to hear about that. Like, daddy did what? Or mommy did. You treat, but you tell us to treat everybody like God. And you up here, oh, okay, you want to know. I don't think about that.
No, you know, what you just touched on something. I think that's powerful, man, because you know the man does have children, and some of them are grown now, and you know he got the two twins that's still young ladies, and it's unfortunate, man, when you have people who look up to you because they see you in a different light than the, you know, people on the outside, the naysayers, even people that's rooting for them. They see you in a different light, and so
absolutely
for that to be diminished and realize, you know, hey, this could be true, or is it true? That's like a scary deal. I'm pretty sure they even have to be in, because I'm not even sure if they're homeschooled or if they go to private school, but whatever the case may be. Yep. You know, as kids, man, you know, kids going
asking questions.
Yeah, they definitely gonna hit you with all kind of stuff, and the way social media set up, you can't even duck or dodge.
Them keyboard thugs.
Yeah, you can't duck and dodge those comments on there, man. You know, you gonna hear it. You know, you turn on TV, somebody's talking about it. You go on social media, somebody's talking about it. So, you know, when you get in a situation like this, it's in the spotlight, whether you want it or not.
And I know when I made the Middle Ground an actual company, I started looking at, okay, you got to move different because you are the brand. And what you put on here on social media could come back if it's some bull. So pay attention, like Coach Herm, that was you say, don't hit send. Because you saw people for a minute, they was finding stuff from 2010, but you posted this. And now you people backing out a TV deal, movie deals with you, like that was 10 years ago. They grown. Really? That's what you canceled them for something 10 years ago? Like, damn. You got to think what you put out here for public consumption. A lot of people don't think you might just put stuff just to be joking around. They think this is how you view stuff.
Right.
I tell people I know, like, what you putting on Facebook, people think that's you, not you take this man to Facebook the joke I put. No, they think this is your thoughts. You putting up garbage, but they don't know that's how you think. So they see it, they looking like, I know they thought like that.
Yeah, you definitely gotta be careful. Once you in those political roles, you have a platform like yourself with your brand that you're representing. You know, that's what makes those Karens and the Kens out there crazy, because the Karen and the Ken situations, because people don't realize, man, you represent whatever company you work for. You represent whatever brand that you represent.
Yeah, that's the thing too.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? You can't get so upset on a flight. I don't care what the flight is for or where you were going. You got to do things the right way, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. And putting hands on those customer service reps, that's not the way to do it. That's like, not only are you going to end up getting banned to be able to fly, but most likely you're going to end up getting fired from your company once they see that thing go viral. And they don't want to hear your excuse of why you did what you did. All they seen is you put your hands on that customer service rep and you was, unprofessional and everything like that. And they like, oh, well, we don't want no parts of that. And like you said, you basically you can't, I always say you can't be a loose cannon. You can't be a loose cannon when you have a brand and you representing a certain things and you have a lot to lose because you could lose a multi-million-dollar deal just like that off of being a loose cannon.
Absolutely. I mean, old school.
Trying to get that last word in.
Act like you got some parents at home.
That's
old school.
And sometimes, excuse me,
you got some parents at home. They raised you right.
Sometimes you just got to, just keep it cool. Go, I used to say, go to the corner, sit down, or whatever. Like, go somewhere and cool off before you lose it in those settings, man, because you can't take it back at that point.
No.
And like I say, especially when you're on them flights, man, they gonna call the police so quick that
flight zone list.
Yeah, once they call the police, you might well forget it. It's a wrap at that point.
Thing is, like, you gotta go through the court something to get back on. You can fly.
Yeah,
and a hell of a process.
It's a hell of a process, and 9 times out of 10, unless it was warranted for you to have to defend yourself, you ain't winning that one in court.
Nope, you're a threat to everybody. No, I'm sorry.
Yeah,
we got trains, we got trains, we got boats, we got buses. We can do that, or rent a private jet. No, you can do that. Can't get on commercial.
This is what I always say. Live your life like the camera's on you when you set foot out of that door. Because everybody has a camera now. There's cameras at the gas station.
Ooh, Lord.
There's cameras at the businesses that you're going into. Yep. There's cameras when you get on the plane. Everybody has their cell phone, so they're going to press record. Everybody in the airport is going to press record. Everybody in that business establishment is going to press. If you're at a sporting event, wherever you are, that's why when they say drink responsibly. That's what they mean. Don't go out here and lose your head. Don't go out. Hey, if drinking takes you over here to the hellion and you that person, you might want to stop drinking. You might want to pursue something else to get your fix because that's not it, man. It's like some people don't think about that, man. But I try to live a life where when I walk out that door, somebody's recording. There's a camera somewhere, and I gotta move and operate a certain way because all it takes is for me to be a loose cannon, and that footage get there, and it's like, can you tell us what happened here? Well, well, let me tell you what that person did. No, we see what you did. We see what you did, not what they did.
Absolutely.
And so when you got one of those where you can't even explain, like, it's one thing you say it was self-defense, they can see it. But when it's just 100% you cussing out those flight attendants, 100% you cussing out those customer service reps, and hitting the reps, hey, you gotta hold yourself accountable.
Then you got a camera. Someone got their camera watching you. I'm waiting for the cops. I get everything. Nope. They camera here harassing them. I got it on camera. Or if the cop in the wrong, they camera on them. Like, nope. Your boss get over here. We're gonna see. They pull the quote. They do nothing wrong. Like, everybody is gonna do some citizen work now. Like, nope. Ain't gonna do that. Ain't gonna do it. And it's crazy. Yeah, man.
You got to protect yourself. They even got it now where you can put cameras in your vehicle and everything just so you can record everything. Yeah,
I didn't know that.
Yeah, some stuff you can get to record.
How you know about that, man?
Hey, man, I know about a lot, brother. I know about a lot, man. You know how many times I used to get pulled over in Michigan? A lot.
For you.
And like, I'm like 21 Sav. How many bricks you got? A lot. How many times you get pulled over? A lot. That was me, man. I
The
used to get
last
pulled over.
time I got pulled over, a homeboy came in from his training. He was at Myers and Keeler. We got stopped. He happened to be home, so he got the rules. I happened to see, because I already knew the cop was on my side, but I saw the other cop, gun drawn, coming around having it pointed at his head. And I'm like, stop moving around. You back in the D, remember? Oh, my bad. And then the cop cooled off. And I'm like, look, he's in the military. He's happy to be home. He can show his ID. Do not shoot nobody, please. He just got back. Okay, show the stuff. And then he had that realization moment like, yeah, you back in the D, dog. It was serious for like 5 minutes, bro. And you just, this dude, what's wrong with your man? Like, hey, don't do it. And then we had like a 5-10 minutes, like, we're gonna pray it off. You home? It's Detroit. It's unfortunate. They don't let it ruin out. They're gonna keep it moving. But I was thankful I was able to see the other cop coming, and he's straight. And I'm like, but see, this is the issue in the black community they have with some police, because you didn't come to the car, hand on your hip with it. It's already out, hand on the trigger. Like, what's wrong with your boy? And you ain't pointing down, you pointing up. I see it like, I'm like, dog, that's how you come to the car. I got an old 87 Mustang. This ain't no Pilot SS dope boy car. Like, for real? That's how y'all come to the stop. Just ready to go. Until he showed his military ID, guns back in house. Like, that's the problem that black people have with some police. You ain't doing that with other cultures when you pull them over. You got your hand on it. You already got that boy loaded in your hand. Cut it out. We ain't no super Negroes.
Well, way I see it, just,
like X-Men. We can't take a bullet and then spit it at you. Calm down.
You know the way I used to see it is, and still see it that way. If you're an officer, no matter what color you are, and if you feel like I'm working in a jungle or the zoo, and you got that level of fear, that may not be the profession for you. And right. I say that to everybody because I done been in those situations where the officer could have really basically been on one if they chose to. Mm-hmm. But, when I was small, my dad, I didn't understand it at the time. When we used to go to Canada a lot, he always told me how to maneuver if you get pulled over or when you crossing the border to go to Canada and coming back. Okay. And so he always told me to remain calm and to make sure you don't get agitated or get aggravated. And I was real young, and I was just remembering like, what the hell he telling me this for? And I don't even understand what he talked about. But as I got older, he was 100% right, because when you dealing with an officer that doesn't look like you, that doesn't come from the neighborhoods you come from, they already can be on edge. And so you got to take that person off edge by maneuvering the right way. And so if they come into you talking crazy, like what you just did, like, hey, please don't shoot nobody. You told them to calm down and just relax. And it's unfortunate, that you got to do all of these extra things. But my thing is, just like they want to make it home safely, we want to make it home safely. So my thing is, I'm not trying to make your job harder and everything like that. So when it comes to whatever you claimed you pulled me over for, let's talk about that. Let's not do all of this extra stuff. Let's not do all of this. Where you going? Hey, man, I'm not here to talk about that. You said you pulled me over for speeding. Give me the ticket. Let me get out of here. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to hear nothing about how my day ain't going so well. So let's get the ticket. Let's get the ticket and let's go. I'm not here to be. We're not friends. We're not buddies. I'm not about to tell you about my day. I'm not about to tell you. You know, shit. I'm not telling you where I'm going. I'm not telling you where I came from. None of that. Just what did you pull me over for? Let's talk about that. Yeah. And I just always say, try to de-escalate the situations like what you did, and keep it moving, man. So now, you know, when I get pulled over, if it's at night, I make sure I'm in a real well-lit area where other people are. And that's exactly what I do. So that way, there's no games.
Now, my political science teacher, around 98, he was a civil rights lawyer. He used to have moments in class where he explained to us, know your rights. You don't have to say nothing. I know you might feel you're driving while black, you upset, but keep your emotions in check. And when they ask you, comply to orders, you do have the right to ask, sir, may I ask why you pulled me over? They're supposed to tell you why. They can't say, well, Georgia told no, you have the right to ask that respectfully to get an answer like, oh, your tail light or you was doing this. Instead of just because you're a cop out here on the road don't mean I'm your slave. You can do what you want to do to me. You have that right to ask why you pulling me over, sir. And go from there. So if you do get to a problem, they will come in and they can win the case for you if you did the bare minimum, at least having the right to ask why he's pulled over. They're supposed to comply to whatever it is. And they got to read you the Miranda rights. So they still some cases where they came in just on that, well, you black, I'm going to treat you like a dog. Didn't read them nothing. Let them out and we sue them. But they try to ask them questions. Did you tell them why they get pulled over? No. Did you Mirandarize them? No. So unlawful imprisonment. We'll be suing. Well, we'll fire them. No matter we fire the dude, still suing. Because you both train these people. They got a right to ask why they being pulled over, not shut up. Oh, you talking back, get out the car. No. You have the right to ask why you being pulled over. Because first off, are you real police? You could be one of these cats out here stole something trying to rob you. You got cats periodically that do that, unfortunately.
Yeah, that's a real thing. You do have people portraying to be officers and not an officer. So you got to look out for that too.
You hear about a case or so that happens somewhere in the country. So it is nighttime. They worry about you. So, but then you see a video if it's someone else and they just trying to take the gun, all this, they trying to de-escalate. And since those videos are out, that's what some people be in uproar. Like, okay, you can't say there's not different treatment with people. These people trying to shoot at you, take your gun, you ain't tase, you ain't shoot them, you trying to subdue. This person in the car and you fire into a car. They unarmed. What they start glowing like Leroy? And that scared you? Come on, man. They had a weapon. They brush like that Hate You Give movie.
Yeah.
Like, come on, dude. You been a cop long enough to see what a gun look like. That look like a gun. Like you said, if you're afraid to be out here in urban area, you shouldn't be patrolling those areas.
Yeah, that's always been my take, man. I just feel like me personally, I'd never be a zookeeper. That's not what I want to do. That's not what I want to do. I'm not about to go in there with the gorillas, the tigers, lions. But some people like that. And so my thing is, if you feel like you work in a zoo, you got to realize that you better take whatever courses it takes for you to be comfortable in your role. Because, you know, there's times where the officers can escalate a situation more than where they need to be, when it really just needs to be, like you just said, officer, why you pull me over today or tonight? And it's just that simple. You know what I'm saying? It's none of this, oh, where you been, where you come from. Me personally, I'm not telling you where I came from, nor am I telling you where I'm going. That ain't none of your business. I just want to know why you pulled me over, and let's talk about that. You know what I'm saying? You pulled me over for speeding, and I know I was speeding. Okay, let's get the ticket and keep it moving. There's no need for me to talk to you. I'm not here to be ha-ha-heeing with you, because You pulled me over. So it's like, hey, let's talk about that and keep it moving.
And shout out to all the law enforcement that's out here that do what they're supposed to do. So I know a lot of people that are. I pray for y'all daily because we need the good ones out here to start turning in the bad ones. Because all of them are not bad. And that's where you get that too far extreme. You need police. You don't need to fund nothing. Cut it out. I want someone to come deal with the fools if it's a problem. If I deal with it, you ain't got to worry about nothing. Just come get it.
And hey, what you saying? Like I said, shout out to the ones that's doing the right things. Because if you get your vehicle stolen, somebody break into your house, who you calling?
Mm-hmm.
You know, you calling the police, or you going to the station and make your report. So at the end of the day, you know, they're here for a reason. But you know, it's one of those things where we as the citizens, we got to make sure we, you know, getting the right sheriffs in our counties and those type of things, because that's how you get things. That's how you get things to move into the right direction, and things like that. Because I can speak for the young men, you know, not so much now, but when I was in my 20s, man, I used to get pulled over so much it wasn't even funny, you know, and it's one of those things where sometimes it's the vehicle you have, sometimes it's just you being, you know, the color of your skin, but you just basically got to know how to maneuver so you can get to the crib just like they got to get to the crib.
Dude, I remember going to see my brother Opart. I got pulled over because the dude thought I was either E40 or Shaq someone wanted an autograph.
Oh, Lord.
And I'm like, man, I'll tell him my part, you look just like so. I was like, that's a compliment, but I ain't them. Wish had their money. Now, once they left, the asshole to me, like, I'm in the 87. No, I had a Cavalier 10, 2001. I got a Cavalier. Do you think an E40 and Shaq be riding around in Metro Detroit in that? They gonna be in something a little more banging than what I'm banging in right now, man. Like, come on, dude.
You know what that was? That was just an excuse just to, you know, see what you was on. See if your vehicle was gonna be smelling like weed and everything else.
No, like, come on, man. I already know where I'm going, so I know to make sure I'm good across 8 Mile. Because whoop whoop, there go the police. You already know what it was back this early 2000. It was like that.
Yeah.
You cross 8 Mile, what you doing over here?
Like you said, the 90s and the early 2000s, you definitely gonna get it.
Basically,
you stood out.
Why you over here?
You stood out.
And I had a family car. Like, I got a Cavalier and I got pulled over. It don't even matter. Well, I got a sports car with Cavalier with luxury, my baby. My Mustang. Okay. Yeah, I call my car luxury, everybody. That was my baby. Got me everywhere. But I got the family mobile now. I ain't trying to be sporty. And still, I let this world upside down.
100%.
But this has been a good show.
So what's your closing remarks, brother?
Closing remarks. It's been a week. April 30th was 2-year anniversary of Khalil being murdered. Still waiting on the rest of people. But it balanced out with his sister graduating Thursday. And us having a party. And then I was outside with his son. He was shooting hoops in the backyard. I'm like, dang, he looks like him. Got a little form. Then I kept playing with him, and Isaiah like, you be back at it again, man, 20-something years later. Like, yeah, man, I ain't gonna get a kid up by himself because everybody in the house. But he just going all the stuff they got in the backyard, like, yeah, he bring back memories when I was a parent for like 2 seconds. As I shout out to our parent, that was a lot of work, boy. A lot of work. I remember that time we was going to hang out, and he wouldn't go to sleep. And I'm like, I got to go. Come on, you know what you got to do, Jeff? Like, oh, my God. Jerome them's in the living room. I don't want to sing no this Homer then tape to this boy. They're going to hear me. They got to deal with they damn jokes tonight. I don't want. Man, come on, Uncle Joe. Like, God, boy, you lucky I love you. So I do it, and I can hear you like, hey, I'm with that singing. Like, damn it, we go. Put him to sleep. But we get upset, man. You are. I think Corey was with us back then. Like, you are really a great uncle. You sung the whole album to that point. Then, of course, you're there talking smack. I see. I hit his bullshit the rest of the night. Same what you don't know. This is what I got to do to put that. It was cool when the female was on the phone. Like, yeah, I got. I'm put the phone down. I got to see when that posted. Like, girl, he's singing to him. Like, you my man right now, boy. You know, give him some cool points. But when cool, the home was around because y'all wasn't right. I climbed you all night. Sad part, when I get home, he can still sleep.
No,
like,
man.
Up. Like, well, I guess it does work. So it's been a bittersweet week, but cool that she graduated. Proud of her because some talks I had with her. She like, man, it's getting tough. Like, hey, it took me 27 years. Dropping out and all. Keep going. You'll get there. It's all worth it.
Yeah,
you talk about today, definitely learn the law. Learn all the laws, even voting, whatever you're doing, so you make good decisions. Spend time with your people because they can be gone. You left with memories.
Hey, that's real, man. And to the Ringos, man, I know it's a bittersweet time and moment, but just know that there's a brighter day ahead. Just like you all witnessed your daughter cross that stage and accomplish one of her goals. I tell everybody, love harder and love longer, because we don't know how long somebody's here. Mm-hmm. That's the reality of it. And so, my condolences, and y'all keep your head up. As far as our topics today, when it comes to the politics, I just would say, whether you're a hardcore Dem or a hardcore Republican, make sure you do your due diligence on your candidates. Make sure when you maneuvering about your day that you don't go out here and lose your wits having a conversation with somebody. I don't want to see you guys have a heart attack over a candidate that's not selecting you as the VP. That's just the reality of it. And so my thing is, at the end of the day, don't let this stuff stress you out to that point, because if you supposedly hold that word like you claim you do, it tells you that the government is on his shoulders. So why y'all putting so much power in the government when it says it's on his shoulders? So at the end of the day, if you don't know who his is with the pronouns, then don't worry about it. But I'll just say, when it comes to the Diddy thing, it's never a good thing to celebrate somebody's downfall. So I will just say that we'll let the justice system do what it does. And for the victims and people who were involved in those situations, hopefully they're getting the counseling that they need, the things that needs to be done in order for them to be able to move forward. Because when you're a victim in any type of situation, you never want your voice to go unheard. So I feel like regardless of what the system does, you got to make sure you find a level of peace and be able to move on, because sometimes you may not get the outcome that you think you should have got.
That's dope. Bro, here preaching.
Hey, that's my last 2 cents, folks.
We appreciate y'all checking us in. Be back next week. Try to get a panel so we talk some smack next week.
Uh-oh.
Yeah.
All right.
Then get a female panel, talk some smack. That should be entertaining. Till next time, everybody.
All right. Good night, people.